So here we are at set day of the actual SmartPad module. As you can see, we'll have a crane that will pull in as close to the side as possible and rig down to secure his crane. Our houses are simultaneously pulling in order for the set. So what will happen is we've got our setters, we'll set module per module. Within a few hours, this house will be set in place and ready to be secured and fastened onto the foundation. So one very critical component to deciding if a modular is right for you is really being aware of the surroundings and the location of your home being built. Here you can see the crane, you're looking at 40-50 feet. Depending on your home as well, the size of your home, that has to travel, it can't be too windy of a road. It needs to be a location that's accessible. There is, it's possible to getting into fairly tight situations, but you really have to take into factor what is around that your home can actually drive through and be brought into that location. So this foundation itself was dug on September 17th. So just prior to that, in our facility, we begin the framing process. So this house starts being framed, goes through the process of being built. So simultaneously, as they're wrapping up the foundation, house is being prepped and ready to become set as soon as possible. Our function of the sill plate itself is there's a J-bolt that is secured fastened in the concrete itself. So that sill plate is bolted on to the foundation, giving us a structure to attach the wood bottom of the module to the foundation itself. So underneath the sill plate itself is a foam called a sill, which actually seals any slight variation in your foundation, not allowing any bugs, debris, dust to blow up underneath that sill plate as well. So as you can see behind me, where the modular is going to be set, we're prepping for the garage. This modular will have an attached garage. Walls have been pre-built, trusses are ready in place. So once the modular is set, the walls will be stood on top of the foundation. Just as before with the sill plate, J-bolts through the foundation, the walls for the garage will be fastened to the foundation itself. We have the crane here, so our trusses will be set and the garage will be completed shortly after the modulars are set. So here we are setting modular number 1. The strategic way of bringing it in is just making sure your weight is evenly distributed and getting everything clear, of course, so that everybody's safe. And as we bring it in, keep it as low as possible and get the box in place as quick as possible. Right, so on a typical home, you would see an 1.125" particle rim board here. These are built with LVLs, built for solid strength, so when you're lifting the home, you get a lot more shear strength in your wall and in your floor system. And so once you're set, you also got a more solid floor as well. So as discussed before, being aware of your surroundings and how much space you'll have available for a modular is very important. You can see this as this second mod comes in, there's very little room, and the house is at a slight angle so that you can set your outside wall flush on the foundation and then pinch that right in together on the other mod, so you get a nice tight marriage wall between the two modules themselves. So the final set, the last module, is the last portion of putting the house completely together. As you can see, everything lines up just like on a typical stick frame house on site. Everything's built to be in line. All your heat registers, electrical connections have all been pre-planned before this stage to be able to access and connect your upper module to your lower module. So we can create architectural interest by shifting the boxes, not setting them just flush on top of each other, but by actually extending and moving boxes forward or backwards, or cantilevering off to the side as well. As you can see, creates an overhang porch or an awning that gives you a lot more architectural design. On this home, you can see it's not 100% complete on the exterior. Our goal within the facility is to accomplish and finish as much as possible so that less has to be done on site. Here, there are things that have to be postponed until the house is set, like the fascia and the skirting along the foundation. And there's a reason for this, so that we can get a proper connection of the house to the foundation. Once that is set, then it's just a matter of a little bit of time to be able to come in and attach that skirting and to put your fascia on to get a nice clean finish. As you can see on this particular home, as far as the materials go, we've chosen a select tight knot siding with a less reveal, a tight reveal, so it really gives you that modern look. Also with our commercial grade shiplap steel with hidden fasteners, so it really gives it that modern fashion look. Everything's sealed tight and you got a nice clean look with your exterior siding.